and welcome to the ABCs of Autism. I'm Dr. Lynette Louise, otherwise known as the Brain Broad, and today we're going to do the letter U. And U is for understand. Understand the brain. Now, admittedly, we could do hours on this subject, and I'm not going to do that to you, but I am going to give you a couple of reasons why you might want to research and come to understand your child's brain. For example, a lot of children with autism suffer from headaches. One of the things they'll seek a lot is pressure. They'll say they want you to squeeze their head really hard here or squeeze their head really hard here. And I mean hard, you're really squeeze. In fact, they'll want you to squeeze lots of parts of their body in order to feel basically their body in space. If you learn to understand the brain, you'll comprehend why that is, and whether you're dealing with a headache or a migraine or a proprioceptive problem. By researching the brain while looking for how do I help my child, and that's the important piece, you'll come to understand all kinds of things that will change your life and change your child's life. So in the case of a headache, for example, very often the child with autism has weird posturing and maybe does a lot of this or this and tenses up their whole body in order to feel themselves in space. That's a real thing. They have difficulty with that. But in that tension, you can create a tension migraine. So you can end up with a migraine simply because of your body mechanics. So what you want to do is help that child. You might use massage, you might use heat, and you'll also want to teach the child. You're getting the headaches because of this. In this case, you might use a chiropractor. So by understanding what's going on, why the headache is happening, you'll be able to help your child. So it's very important to come to understand the brain. Another piece that you may have heard about, for example, is that the amygdala in a child with autism is often oversized and hyperfiring. So the amygdala is the place that we commonly refer to when we're talking about fight or flight behavior, fear, stress hormones, all of that. And if it's overfiring, then that means you're constantly shooting out stress and fear and anxiety. So when you find that out, you have a choice. You can go, uh-oh, that's it. My child's going to be anxious forever. I better use drugs. Or you can say, okay, good chance that they're dealing with anxiety on a regular basis. How can I reduce their stress? How can I help them with that? How can I make it so that as their brain develops, their amygdala calms down? Personally, I would use neurofeedback, but I'd also use all these environmental things that I've been teaching you about. So when you learn about the brain, you want to learn with the idea of I'm learning this stuff so that I can help my child, not so that I have an excuse to give up. And that's a very big difference. So understand the brain, understand why, and then try to figure out how. How do I make this better? Those are just a couple of little things. We could talk about this forever. Go ahead and email me if you want to know more. My name's Dr. Lynette Louise. I'm known as the Brain Broad. And don't forget, like and subscribe.